The widely consumed beverage and its active ingredient, caffeine, is currently in trouble. According to a new study in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, the world's largest coffee-producing regions could shrink by as much as 88% by 2050. While some countries may be spared, it could have a devastating impact on the price of coffee. As delicious as they can be, studies show that they won't last for long. According to a study conducted by Bioversity International and the International Rice Research Institute, up to 25% of wild potato species are predicted to disappear by 2055. Struggling potato farmers are also moving towards producing other crops. Chocolate is made from cocoa beans, the dried and fermented seeds of the cacao tree. The evergreen tree once nearly disappeared during the 1990s, when 80% of Brazil's cocoa tree population was devastated by pest and fungal diseases. Scientists fear that it will happen again, and next time it could potentially take out the entire tree population. Several studies also show that by 2050, there won't be enough cocoa to accommodate the demand, causing sky-high prices. According to the Annual Fisheries of the United States report released by NOAA last week, Americans increased their seafood consumption to 15.5 pounds of fish and shellfish per person in 2015. At this rate, researchers say that there will be no more fish in the oceans by 2048. A loss in diversity and imbalance in the ecosystem is also causing a major decline in the fish population. It's no surprise that honey is included in this list. Since the past 2 decades, the bee population has been declining, severely impacting the production of honey. According to global research, the honeybee colony collapse disorder has caused more than a 40% decline in the bee population. While they might be taking over our backyards and annoying us with their buzzing and stingers, they are a vital part of our ecosystem. According to the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, a study found that grain-growing croplands may become obsolete due to unpredictable weather patterns. Reports show that by 2050, wheat-producing countries including the US, China, India, and France could be affected the most. The United States alone consumes more than 37 million pounds of avocados per week. The creamy food is practically in every brunch menu across the US, but studies show that it won't be for long. If you're among those who love avocados, then it might be saddening to know that they're among the fruits that are disappearing. Over 80% of avocados supplied around the US are produced in California farms, but at the same time, 98% of California is in a drought condition. Bananas are high in potassium and contain good levels of protein and dietary fiber. However, studies show that the commercially grown Cavendish species is stricken by a fungal infection that taints the soil. It's currently spreading throughout Africa and Asia, and experts believe that if it manages to reach South America, then it may mark the end of America's favorite fruit. A study by Bioversity International and the International Rice Research Institute found that 18 to 25% of peanut species may become non-existent by 2055. The peanut butter staple requires nearly 5 months of consistent warmth and approximately 20 to 40 inches of rainfall. Depending on local weather conditions and the amount of rainfall per year, they require lots of water. Unpredictable weather patterns are making it extremely difficult for farmers around the world to grow the legume.